Hey guys, MeLikeBigBoom here, and welcome to Unturned 3.14.6. Yet another awesome update released this week that adds all sorts of different items to the game, many of which have been tweaks and improvements that have been suggested by the community on Reddit or on the forums, and so there's gonna be a whole lot of happy people here today. To start, one of my most favorite changes are the changes to the APC. You guys might have remembered back when the APC was first added into Unturned 3.0, it was basically like an extended van. It didn't really look that menacing, and I think all of us, at least a little bit, were slightly disappointed at the 3.0 APC, and now the APCs have been tweaked to, I quote, look way more intimidating and awesome, and I could not agree with it anymore. I mean, just look at these things. The windows have been reduced quite a bit so that you're looking through basically like tank slots. They have been widened a ton, and now they have 4 lights instead of 2. They now have 8 wheels in total, a massive back end, and on the inside there are huge benches that go across the sides. And now the entire APC, now that it holds a passenger seat as well, holds a total of 8 players. This is awesome. Just check this thing out. This is the first APC that I'm in currently, obviously, and just check it out. You can see back there the awesome benches in the back, and as I said earlier, it does support F2, F3, F4, F5, F6, F7, F8. Like, it's just crazy. Also, the quads now support 2 seats, so you can drive around with your pals. Very awesome. So the driver's seat is just normal, and the passenger seat kind of sits on the back facing backwards, which is, I mean, that's not how you're supposed to sit, but really, think about it. You can sit here and you can shoot out the back while your friend is driving forwards, and I think that would be also super cool. Also, Nelson added high caliber ammo boxes, and these are pretty interesting, and I really like the way this is being handled. So before, there used to only be just a military ammunition crate, a ranger ammunition crate, and then civilian ammunition crate. If you had a peacemaker or a grizzly, it didn't matter, they both took ammunition from the military ammunition crate. The peacemaker has 50 shots, and the grizzly has 5 shots. If you want to refill a grizzly magazine, it will take 5 bullets out of the 40 that's in a military ammunition crate. If you want to refill a peacemaker magazine, which is very low caliber, you could probably only kill like 3 players max with a single peacemaker magazine, it will take the entire box, and it won't even refill the entire peacemaker magazine, because the peacemaker magazine has 50 shots and this crate has 40 bullets in it. And now we've separated those two. Now the old military ammunition crate is now called a low caliber ammunition crate, and now we have a high caliber ammunition crate. And you guys are probably knowing where this is going. If you go into crafting and the ammo section, you'll notice that the peacemaker magazine now requires a low caliber ammunition crate. So now we can fully refill, or almost fully refill, that peacemaker magazine to 40 bullets, and now we've just used up that low caliber ammunition crate. And then if you want to refill your grizzly magazine, it will take it out of the high caliber ammunition crate, which only has 20 bullets in it instead of the low caliber ammunition crate. And obviously the low caliber one is going to spawn more commonly, and the high caliber one is going to be something that's super rare. So overall, maintaining and keeping a high caliber weapon like a grizzly or a timberwolf or a sniperskaya or a saber-tooth or whatever is going to take a whole lot more effort on your end when it comes to looting, because you're gonna need rarer ammunition for those things, and then things like the peacemaker or the Yuri or some of the pistols are going to be easier to maintain. So that is an awesome tweak. Also, in case you guys were wondering, the same exact thing is happening to the ranger ammunition boxes as well. We have a high caliber one and a low caliber one with the same 40 and 20 bullets. Also, in regards to ranger, we now have a ranger barrel and a ranger muzzle in addition to the military versions of those. So if I equip my Zubeknikov right here, I can now equip this ranger barrel, and it accomplishes the same thing as the maple strike or the military barrel and stuff like that, in how it reduces the average spread between bullets and also the size of your hipfire reticle. So take a look at that, and then if I take it off, it is quite a bit bigger. Also with the muzzle, as you guys know, it removes bullet trails and muzzle flash, although it now degrades. If you'll notice, it's currently at 100%, but we shoot this, and it is now at 84%. and it's now at 77%. So it now degrades similar to suppressors, and that's because, I mean, think about it, this military muzzle is really, really good. You can shoot this thing and basically completely hide your position because there is no muzzle flash. So now it degrades similar to the suppressor. Once it reaches 0%, it will no longer be effective. This will now show your muzzle flashes and bullet trails and stuff like that. Also, the barrels are now looking quite a bit different from the suppressors. Before, they looked almost exactly the same, and now they're actually quite a bit different. So if you take a look at the suppressor, it's what it was before, just a nice little tube suppressor, and now the military barrel as well as the ranger barrel now have this kind of hexagon shape, as well as they have a little kink cut out from the front and the rear, and they just look pretty futuristic and cool looking. Also, the drum magazine versions of both the Ranger and military magazines reload slightly longer than normal. So if I reload my drum magazine here, keep that speed in mind. That is also with max reload speed skill, or whatever that skill is called. Dexterity is what that's called, so that's with max. And then if I reload back to my my regular magazine, it takes it's a little bit faster. So if I alternate between these two, you'll notice that the drum magazine does take a little bit longer to reload, although personally I think it should take even longer. I mean, we're talking 100 bullet magazine here. This is turning your Maple Strike into an LMG. I think it should take maybe 5 seconds to reload this drum magazine. Act like it's 10 pounds or something, and it's pretty difficult to get this thing reloaded. If you press M, you're now able to view the map fully zoomed out without these scroll bars, and then you can also zoom in and center on your character. You can drag around, take a look at some places up close. Also, we had a pretty big change in regards to the terrain system. Now the transitions between things like dirt and grass are a lot more defined, as you see here. So right now, I personally like the look of this. It's kind of makes everything look less blurry in regards to just the ground. So if you look at everything out here, you'll notice that there's a nice hard transition between what is dirt and what is grass, whereas if we go into graphics settings and disable terrain transition, everything just looks a whole lot blurrier. I don't know, in my opinion, it just looks a whole lot blurrier. And then if you enable this terrain transition thing in the inventory, it makes everything look a whole lot more defined and more high definition. Also, bullet trails are not quite as visible. Before they were almost pure white, and now they're kind of a more faded 50, maybe 75% transparency compared to what they were before. And then also at daytime, they're just a lot more difficult to see, as you notice there. So they're not quite as bright, just a small little tweak. Also, you can no longer equip primary weapons when swimming in the water. You can only equip secondary weapons like a pistol or things like a peacemaker or a honey badger. So now when you're approaching or raiding bases through the water, it's not going to be quite as overpowered when compared to approaching on land, because you are going to be limited to secondary weapons only. Lastly, and this is a very, very interesting addition, the Horde Mode Beacon. This is awesome. So you craft this, and you can put it down on the ground, and it attracts zombies. Now, you might be wondering, why on earth would you want to do that? That's just killing yourself, basically. But, as Nelson said in the update post, once you actually defeat those zombies, you will get several rare items. As he puts it, ideally this will provide an interesting incentive to gear up, an easy way to summon zombies to attack the awesome base you built, or perhaps bring the horde to someone else's doorstep. Oh man, I just love this idea. Now, I haven't actually placed this thing down yet, and it does seem like you need to be near a town in order for you to put this down. Maybe it's to prevent you from putting it in a place where zombies can't actually reach, but it does seem like it is allowing us to place it right here. So let's try it out right here and attack all the zombies. Oh, immediately you'll notice that the zombies have red eyes as if it's a full moon. And yes, they are approaching. Oh dear. You gotta hold them off. We got the crawlers. I did spawn myself some extra ammo for this, so I might be properly prepared. Oh man, they're coming all the way from under the bridge. Oh, this is horrifying. Can you imagine this at night? Oh wait, I can change it to night. Oh my gosh, this is spooky. Look at all the red lights. Oh, there's a mega zombie. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no. Oh dear. Die. Alright, we got the mega zombie. Man, this is so easy to get overwhelmed here. Also, supposedly, if you go out of range of this Horde Mode Beacon, before this wave ends, oh my gosh, you will, the beacon will be destroyed, and all the items that you may potentially get from the beacon will be forfeited. So this is something that when you're playing on a server, you're going to have to really communicate with your teammates, the people that you're playing with, to make sure that you're actually able to kill all the zombies, because I'm sure creating this thing, and I'll show the crafting recipe on the screen right now, is going to be decently difficult. Alright, did we get him? Alright, I think we actually got the last of them. Now, I think I might have actually ended up glitching the Horde Beacon out by changing time during the actual Horde. So I did have to manually destroy the Horde Beacon. But luckily, it did still drop stuff from the zombies that I did kill. And once the bodies have cleared, we actually did get some pretty nice rare gear. Grenades and military night vision goggles. And then some awesome stuff from the zombies themselves. And at the very last, we got some awesome new cosmetics, one of which is very super much awesome, and I may or may not be wearing it right now, haha. But to start, we do have some regular cosmetics that we are able to get just by playing the game, and these are jerseys. And I went out and bought the USA jersey because I am here in the USA, but it's also available in the UK and Australia and Poland and Thailand and Sweden and all sorts of different countries. Basically all the top countries that play Unturned all receive a jersey. Now, if you are playing the game in America, that doesn't mean that you're going to get a USA jersey drop. You're going to get a jersey drop of some random country, and if you're lucky, you might actually get a USA jersey. But yes, on the screen right now are going to be all the different countries that you can get, and these are just new common drops, similar to the Ember t-shirt, fish shirt, heart shirt, and stuff like that. Also, we have our first batch of curated items that were added to the game. Now, quite a few guys might remember that like 6 months ago, Curated Workshop was added. People could submit items of their own and potentially be added into the vanilla version of the game. And today is the day where some of those curated items are actually accepted into the vanilla version of the game, and one of which is the Boom t-shirt. Check this out. It currently now has a bomb on the front. It is still luminescent. As you can see, the fire is all glowing. The bomb itself is metallic. It's kind of difficult to see here. Actually, it's impossible to see here, but you know, the sun reflection shines off of this bomb here. Anyway, it's super awesome. And also there was some awesome stuff added by other creators as well. So if you go into your inventory screen, you can click this stockpile button right here, and it shows you all of the items that were added here. We have the Apollo rocket launcher made by Fat Sheep, I think, which is awesome. I really, really, really want this. We have the Boom t-shirt, you know, whoever made that is awesome. And then we have the Cyborg implant, makes yourself look like Terminator. This is created by Fat Sheep and Lord. We also have the Ornate Ace, created by Fife or Fife or whatever. Pretty cool. It's got like an engraved look to it. We have the Plague Doctor outfit, which is also super awesome, created by Fat Sheep and Lord. Queen's Guard outfit, created by Fife. The Sleek Katana, created by Jetski, very cool looking. I really like this, the diamond pattern on the hilt. And lastly, the Swashbuckler outfit, which is a very fancy version of the pirate clothing that we have here today. So the outfits are $2 because they contain multiple items, the bottoms, the tops, the masks, sometimes the hats. And then these regular items, things that just add one thing, are $1 each. So you can add these to your cart, and then you can purchase these. Although currently, I believe the shopping cart is broken of some sorts. It's going to be fixed soon, but otherwise I would have shown you what these look like in game. But right now, I think just the shopping cart isn't loading properly, so hopefully that'll be fixed soon. But anyway, that is everything in Unturned 3.14.6. Lots and lots of awesome community suggested stuff, as well as additions from the community themselves, the Curated Workshop. Also, I'm sure there are going to be some batches of Curated Workshop added into the vanilla version of the game in the future, so be sure to check out my tutorials on how to create curated clothing in the description down below. I posted a video on that a couple months ago, and that is still valid. You guys can create some custom clothing and upload it at the Curated Workshop using that tutorial, and perhaps have it included into the vanilla version of the game. But anyway, that should be everything. There were a few minor little tweaks and improvements that were not covered in this video, but if you guys would like to check those out, as always, I will put the full update post in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and do all that gibberish, because me like Big Boom is out.